Barstool boss and pizza rancor, Dave Portnoy, I don't know, I'm out of my mind today, has blasted the race baiters who believe Caitlin Clark is only popular because she is white.
Monica McNutt just said that Caitlin Clark's fame comes solely from being a white girl from the Midwest. According to her, it's not about Clark's record-breaking stats, her game-changing passes, or those iconic logo three-pointers that reshaped basketball.
That is a narrative that is very popular among the morons. Major moron, Monica McNutt, how she has a job, I absolutely know, at ESPN, said, well, you know, she's in the Midwest, she's popular, let's face it, she's a white girl. Really? Okay, let's examine.
But Dave Portnoy isn't staying quiet. He's pulling out viewership stats that completely dismantle McNutt's race-driven claims. Once the real numbers come into play, her argument crumbles entirely. If you're a Caitlin Clark fan and reject McNutt's falsehoods, drop a comment below with your city, state, or country. Are you ready? Let's go.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar, not a female superstar. She is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlin Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
Let's dive into the explosive claim ESPN analyst Monica McNutt just made that has basketball fans absolutely enraged. In an interview with BBC special correspondent Katty Kay, McNutt said something about Caitlin Clark that immediately blew up on social media. She actually stated,
"Why her?
Same thing.
Why her?"
Well, I was just about to say same thing for Angel Reese when I had a chance to cover their games, but I think Caitlin represented, and again, some of this to me probably is not fair to her because it was not anything that she said or was truly based on her personality, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
McNutt basically implied that Caitlin Clark's huge popularity is mostly because she's white and from the Midwest, rather than her incredible skill or dedication. This claim isn't just wrong, it's downright insulting to anyone who's followed Clark's game.
And so she represented a whole lot to a lot of people, whether that is truly what she prescribed to or not. We can all say she is a dynamic basketball player and a force both on the court and the marketing sense. But I do think, same thing with folks that may have fallen in love with Angel Reese that she may or may not have agreed with everything they had to say either. We attach our fandom to these icons for all types of reasons.
The truth is, Clark put up phenomenal stats in her rookie season. 19.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game. These numbers aren't just impressive, they're elite. Her court awareness, deep range shooting, and game-changing passing have reshaped women's basketball. Even more proof? The Indiana Fever have 41 nationally televised games lined up next season. Networks don't schedule games based on a player's background. They pick the players who bring in viewers.
Caitlin Clark, the people's champion! Let's get it!
That's a deep one.
Bang!
Just announced that Caitlin Clark and the Fever will be playing 41 of 44 games this year on national TV. They're coming to watch the other girl, right?
Right? Bang!
Teams are moving their games with the Fever to NBA arenas so they can sell more tickets. How about that?
Bang!
Angel Reese attempted a three this deep. I think she might dislocate her shoulder.
Bang!
You want some butter with that bread? Butter. Butter.
Butter pecan! Bang!
McNutt's remarks completely overlook the highlight reel plays that have made Clark a superstar. The logo three-pointers that leave defenders frozen, the no-look passes threading impossible gaps, and her clutch performances under pressure. All of these feats have nothing to do with her being a white girl from the Midwest.
I believe there's actually a debate on who was Rookie of the Year last year. Imagine being that delusional.
Bang!
People need to understand she saved this league. Powder, there's no TV deals, no ad sponsorships, heck, no shoe deals for you, Angel Reese, no McDonald's money. The league losing millions of dollars each year. She saved them from bankruptcy. Time to be grateful.
Bang!
93% of her games on national TV.
She's like that! Bang!
Fans on social media quickly slammed McNutt for downplaying Clark's accomplishments. One user highlighted the flaw in her logic. If simply being white and from the Midwest guaranteed basketball stardom, there would be dozens of Caitlin Clarks. The truth is, what sets Clark apart is her once-in-a-generation talent.
Ella Dunn, Sabrina, Brianna, Kelsey, Diana Taurasi. You had and have these white players in the league that never galvanized the people like this. All right. Now, granted, you can have some people come back and say, well, the media and the coverage wasn't as good as it is now. NILs and things like that weren't popping off. That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it, man. If they were that captivating, they would have got the eyes.
Claiming that Clark's record-breaking impact on viewership comes mainly from her race rather than her extraordinary talent isn't just wrong. It undermines the sport and disrespects all the young players who admire her, no matter their background.
But honestly, the main reason is because of her talents. It's not because of her race. Her race has nothing to do with it. You know, especially with kids. She's saying kids don't see color, man. The kids that I grew up around, and when I grew up as a kid, I didn't see color, man. I did not see color. I didn't care about color. I didn't know what color was. I just knew you were a human being and I was trying to be your friend. It's kind of a crazy, nonsensical take to say that kids were looking up to her because she was white.
What many don't realize is that McNutt's remarks about Clark's race aren't just a random hot take. They're part of a pattern seemingly aimed at undermining her at every opportunity. The evidence stretches back to September 2024, when McNutt shockingly claimed that Clark deserved only 60% of the credit for the Fever making the playoffs. Pause for a moment. Before Clark arrived, the Indiana Fever hadn't made the postseason in 6 years. Yet in McNutt's view, the rookie, who completely turned the franchise around, deserved barely more than half the credit.
She's been spectacular and exceeded expectations. The pick and roll between Caitlin and Aaliyah has been fantastic. Kelsey Mitchell is having a career year, and all of those role players get a slice. I don't know quite how.
Well, that's a lot of pizza pie. I get you. But there's got to be one big slice, and that's Clark. What percentage are we talking about for Caitlin Clark? 80%, 90%, 95%?
I mean, listening to her all season long, I've called a couple of their games. She's team first. Statistically, you're probably looking at least 60%.
This strange 60% rating looks even more questionable when you compare it to how McNutt talks about other stars. For everyone else, she gives full credit for team accomplishments, but with Clark, suddenly the credit has to be split. Then came the Rookie of the Year debate, where McNutt loudly supported Angel Reese despite Clark's clearly superior stats. Her reasoning? Team success should matter most. But hold on, wasn't this the same analyst who just refused to give Clark full credit for her team success? The contradiction is impossible to miss.
Okay. To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pros? Right?
Yeah. When 18.9 million fans tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark's NCAA final, it wasn't because of her background. It was for her jaw-dropping logo threes, no-look passes, and sheer basketball brilliance. McNutt's claims fall apart under the facts. Clark's appeal is earned, not manufactured. With her leading the Indiana Fever, the team's future has never looked brighter. Drop a comment with where you're watching from, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit notifications for more.